Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Technology Mafia, and today I'm doing a quick video, or at least I hope it will be quick, comparing two lenses. This is the Sony 10-18mm versus the Sony 16-50 kit lens comparison. Now, why would anyone compare these two lenses? I have no idea. The purpose of this video is to satisfy my curiosity because I've always wondered if the kit lens is as bad as everyone says it is. So in this video, we are going to compare the kit lens to the 10-18 from Sony at 16mm. Now, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense as a lens-to-lens comparison because if you're buying a wide-angle Sony lens, you are probably not going to be shooting pictures at 16mm anyway. So here we go. Alright, so this will be a very quick video because I only have a couple of sample shots. So the 16-50 kit lens will be on the left and the 10-18mm wide angle will be on the right. Now the majority of these shots, in fact all but the last one, are shot at 16mm. So the purpose of this is really just to compare sharpness at 16mm because I was curious. So let's take a look at this first shot. And these are both shot in RAW, I believe. Yep. The 18 looks a little bit sharper maybe, but it's very close. Rocks over here. Very close. There's a little bit more contrast with the 10-18, so I do like that. Let's take a look at this side. It's about the same, very, very close. If I had to choose a winner between these two, it would be the 10-18, but it is a very, very slight improvement. Barely noticeable, even when zooming in. Next two shots here, so we have some rock walls in the distance. Let's take a look at the center. Okay. Again, very close. Hard to tell which one is sharper just based on this. About the same. Let's look at the corners. Even the corners in this one, almost identical. Yeah, this one is a tie, I think. Next shot, this is of a lake here, and what's interesting is you will notice that there's a little bit more contrast with the wide angle lens. So this is stopped down to f5, and for whatever reason the grass seems greener with the 10-18 here, but let's take a look at center sharpness. This tree here in the center. It's close, but I think the 10-18 is a little sharper. Let's look at the edges. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit better sharpness with the 10-18 here. Some more chromatic aberration, but you have the same sort of effect with the kit lens as well. This side. Interesting. So this side looks like the kit is actually a little sharper. Yeah. 10-18 is a little bit soft here. But then it's about the same there. So this one I would say goes to the 10-18. Next, I wanted to see if there was much in the way of barrel distortion between the two of these, and just because I have a picture, let's look at sharpness before we compare barrel distortion. The kit lens looks sharper to me in this case. The colors look a little better on the 10-18. I would say, yeah, the kit lens is looking slightly sharper. Take a look at the sign here. It's close. It's definitely very close. Right here, when you look at the bushes, you can tell that the 10-18 is actually in focus and a bit sharper in the corners. This side, however, the kit lens is sharper. So kind of an interesting mixed result. The kit lens is sharper on this side, the 10-18 is sharper on the bottom corner here. But anyway, that's not the point of this picture. Let's take a look at barrel distortion. So between the 10-18 right there and the 16-50, there really isn't any barrel distortion to make note of. Both lenses do a good job with distortion because they are Sony lenses. All of the distortion, or most of it, is corrected in body. Okay, next picture here is of some buildings across the street. Let's take a look at center. So in this case, the kit lens does look sharper. So the sign here, as well as the brick, is definitely more defined. The lamp post is also more defined, more clear. Going up here, let's move over. Yeah, it is definitely close, but I think that in the center, the kit lens takes it. Let's take a look at the corners. So in the corners, it's about the same. You see a little bit more warm colors from the 10-18. The kit is not as warm, but as far as sharpness is concerned, they're both about the same. Maybe slightly better on the 10-18, but just barely. Let's take a look at this side. Yeah, it's close. Really not much of a difference between these two lenses when you're shooting them at 16mm like this. Now the point of a wide angle lens is obviously not to shoot at 16mm. The point is you can shoot all the way out at 10. So I shot a picture here at 10mm just for comparison's sake to see how much wider the 16 is to 10. So when you are purchasing a 10-18mm lens, that's what you're gaining, is that wider aspect. Here is 16mm and there's 10. So 16 to 10, 16 to 10. So you do gain quite a bit of visibility the wider you go. So as you could probably tell from those comparison shots, the two lenses are very, very close. They're almost identical when it comes to results at 16mm stop down. Now overall, I think that the 10-18 is slightly better in most cases, 60 to 70% of the time. But the kit lens is not very far behind, and when you consider that you can get a kit lens for about $150, and you're shelling out around $850 for the 10-18mm lens, I don't think it's worth the extra price tag. But that's only if you are okay with shooting at 16mm. If you want something that's wider, you're going to have to buy a wider lens, in which case the 10-18 is a nice option, as is the Rokinon 12mm that I reviewed a few weeks ago. So check out those videos if you are interested, and let me know down below what you guys think about the kit lens. I feel like it gets a bad rep from a lot of people complaining about it, but it kind of surprises you on occasion. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for future videos. Thanks for all the likes and all the comments and all the support. And as always, have a nice day. Bye-bye.